starts now. Oh, looking forward to this show. No Colin Cowherd today. He's out. But I'm joined by Fox NBA analyst Chris Broussard and the founder of the Big Lead, Jason McIntyre. Let's start in Cleveland, where the Cavaliers were down 15 at half to the Raptors last night, but pulled out a comeback win with a monster game from LeBron James, who scored 35 points to go along with 17 assists and 0 turnovers. After the game, LeBron was asked if the win sent a message to the first-place Raptors.
It's a good win for us because how depleted we are with our roster and everything that's been going on. It's a good win for us versus a very good opponent. But I don't need to remind anybody what my teams are capable of doing. So that wasn't a factor.
It was a trash game by us. They shot 60% from the field. It was a disgraceful display of defense by us, and we got to be better than that.
All right, Lowry has a point. Last night was not a typical game for the Cavaliers, with big jumps in points and shooting percentage and a drop in turnovers. Everybody right now, LeBron played fabulous, and the Cavaliers prove that they still own the Toronto Raptors. That's not my narrative. That's not what I saw last night. What I saw last night was a Cavaliers team in the second half, and really for the entire game, that played well above its head offensively. I saw a team that made 15 of 24 three-pointers. They're not going to do that on a regular basis. I saw a team that had George Hill and Jose Calderon go 6 of 6 combined from three-point range. That's not going to happen. George Hill was 10 of 11 from the field. The Cavaliers and LeBron damn near played a perfect game and barely won at home against the Toronto Raptors. I thought last night said more about how good the Cavaliers have to be to beat this much improved Toronto team. I left that game feeling better about the Toronto Raptors than I did the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Look, Toronto looked good. They're a good team, but Cleveland owns. It's as simple as that. The one point I agree with what you said was George Hill. He has been bad since he's gotten to Cleveland. Last night he was great. That was by far his best game since he's been there. You're not going to get that from him every night. But they started Jose Calderon. When they start Jose Calderon, they're a very good team. They're 19-8 when he starts, 23-21 in other games. So that right there is something they could do every night. What I love from them was defense. In the second half, hold on.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
You saw some defense last night?
Yes, because in the second half, guess how much the Raptors scored? 50. Okay, 50 points. This is the third best offense in the league. They held them to 50 points. That showed me the Cavs said when we want to buckle down, we can. That was LeBron James' attitude. LeBron James, at the end of the game, what'd he do? With 16 seconds left, held the ball. Foul me. I want the free throws. They didn't foul him once. He just passed to Love. They fouled Love. But that showed me LeBron is entering playoff mode defensively and offensively. The Raptors got nothing for them.
Well, wait a second. First of all, yes, the Cavs are still the best in the East, but this was the Raptors' third game in 4 days. They wore down a little at the end. They were on a back-to-back, okay? But I need to focus here on the Raptors. Whitlock, they were the ones who played the near-perfect game. They made 15 threes. They had more offensive rebounds. They had fewer turnovers. They were flawless last night, but LeBron James is still Superman. He's still the best player on the floor. Whether they play the Raptors, the Celtics, it doesn't matter. Listen, man, they didn't have their coach. They didn't have Larry Nance, who's been great with LeBron. They didn't have Tristan Thompson, Kyle Korver, on down the list. For the Cavs, like you said, they own the Raptors. I know Casey's done a great job coaching them this year. Yes, they're much improved from deep. The Cavs are still the kings of the East.
Jason, you were the guy that yesterday sat over here and educated us.
Yeah,
the best three-point shooting team in the league is the Toronto Raptors, or they're making the most
They're up
threes.
there, yeah, they're up there.
And so it's not a surprise to see them hit 15
The
of
Cavs
30.
shoot the three just about as good.
Well, wait,
as
the Raptors
15 of 24, Chris, last night.
The Cavs are one of the best. They're not Golden State or Houston, but they're one of the better three-point shooting
They
teams
will
in the league.
never, the rest of this year, ever come close to hitting 15
Oh,
of
no,
24.
they will. I bet you they hit over 15 one game. They hit
15
what?
of
How many
24
they hit? How many they hit in the finals with the game they beat Golden State? 25?
That was a one-off.
I know, but the Cavaliers are one of the better three-point shooting teams in the league. There's no, they're right there with Toronto.
Let me give you another thing. They won't shoot 60% from three again.
No, that's an aberration.
Right, that's what. And Show me a game where LeBron handles the ball that much where he's going to have 0 turnovers again. The Cavaliers played at a playoff level. LeBron took his play to astronomical levels, and they barely beat Toronto, who's played 3 or 4 games, 3 games in 4 nights.
Hold on, you're talking about the Cavs aberration. Toronto hit 12 of 18 threes in the first half. So that's not going to happen every night?
Didn't surprise me.
Well, didn't surprise you?
Because
they don't hit even one more three-pointer per game than Cleveland. They both hit 11 a game.
Let me focus on something. Let's not overreact to a game in March. But, Whitlock, I have to say this. LeBron is playing all 82 games this season. You know what's happening. We're seeing injuries to major stars around the league. And for LeBron to do this last night in a big national TV game against the team that's coming for him, I mean, come on. You don't think he can do a 35-17-0 again in the playoffs? This is a guy who's on a mission right now. He is definitely going to go into this offseason and say, I'm still the best player in the league. Jason, don't tell me about Kevin Durant being better than me. I want all the money. I'm going to go wherever I want. LeBron's on a mission. Toronto's not stopping.
The only thing I agree with that y'all said is I like the Jose Calderon move to the starting lineup. I was calling for that. All right, the Cavs are now 2-0 under interim head coach Larry Drew, who had a lot to say on the importance of last night's win.